Hello, and how are you today? Thank you for tuning in to this great channel, Dr. Mary Mugo. If you have not subscribed, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell. Dr. Mary Mugo is a senior lecturer in public university, and before she joined teaching, she worked in the private sector for many years in top management, and therefore what she speaks about in these videos is practical. And Dr. Mary Mugo is a consultant on matters strategic management, strategic leadership, strategic marketing, and strategic HR. Dr. Mary Mugo is also an author of 3 books. You need to buy a copy of her books, and these are the books: How to Thrive and Influence Your Workplace. This book will give you a lot on how to weather bullying, manipulation, politics, toxic workers, difficult workers in your workplace. And then there is this book, Growing a Business Empire, and this book is the foreword is by Dr. Manu Chadaria. If you want to learn about leadership succession, this is the book for you. And Mary Mugo has also authored this book, The Winning Strategy. If you want to know more about strategic planning and how to craft one, and the different types of strategies for different types of organization, this is the book for you. Therefore, if you need our services, call 0776 045 087. And also, if you need a copy of any of these books, we deliver countrywide, and a copy is 1,500 shillings. Give us a call again on 0776 045 087. And thank you very much for those who have supported me in various ways. God bless you. So today I want us to have a conversation on followers or followership. When you talk about leadership, it is also important to understand that a leader is as good as his or her followers. And sometimes we talk and concentrate so much on leaders and do not concentrate on followers. And so today I want to just briefly talk about followership. Now, what is followership? Followership is the ability for you to recognize that you share responsibility to help the organization grow. You share that responsibility with your leader to help the organization grow. Followership is the ability to know when and how to challenge the status quo. A good follower knows when and how to challenge the status quo. And followership is leading by doing. So even followers are leaders. The only difference is they lead by doing. And as a leader, it is important for you to understand the type of people you are leading. Because depending on the kind of followers that you have, you change your style of leadership. You cannot have the same style of leadership for everyone. You will fail. And so if you are listening to me and your leader, it is good to understand the kind of followers you have. If you are a follower, you need to understand what kind you are. Because guess what? A good, effective follower makes a good, effective leader. So what are the 5 types of followers? Now these types are based on 2 dimensions. They are based on the dimension of independent and or critical thinker, versus a dependent and uncritical thinker, and a passive versus an active behavior. And anyone listening to me today, you are in any of those 5 types of followers. And therefore, I want you to, as I continue, evaluate yourself and get to know what type of a follower you are so that you can change and become an effective follower. Come with me. The 5 types of followers are as follows. We have the effective follower, we have the alienated follower, then we have the yes people or the yes follower, and then we have the sheep follower and the survivors. And any one of you falls into any of those types of followers. So let's start with the first type of followers, the yes people or the yes followers. Now, the yes followers are what we would call the conformist follower. Are active, dependent, and uncritical thinkers. They actually readily carry out any orders without any questions. And so these kind of followers can be very dangerous, especially if you ask them to do something that is not right, because they'll do it. And these are the kind of followers who will do anything just because the boss has said. For them, they just carry orders. Very uncritical, dependent, but at least they are active. The kind of guys who will tell you as a leader what you want to hear, not what is on the ground. They'll come and tell you all what you want to hear, but they'll never tell you what is on the ground. They'll never tell you the truth. A yes follower or a conformist follower. The second type are the sheep followers. The sheep followers are also called the passive followers. These are these kind of followers that are passive, they are dependent and they are uncritical. They are just there. In my language, we say they are just fua. They lack initiative. In other words, they don't play any active role in the organization. They just comply with orders as they are given. The sheep follower. Then we have the third type of followers, the survivors. Now, the survivors are those kind of followers who are right in the middle. These are the kind of people who are not committed to the goals of the organization, not committed to the work they do. They are simply there because they want to have something on the table. Right in the middle. Most times, these kind of followers are mediocre performers. In fact, they clog the arteries of the organization. The organization cannot move if most of your followers are survivors, never committed to what they do. Those are the survivors. And then we have the fourth type of followers, the alienated followers. The alienated followers are independent and very critical, but they never offer any solution. Ever come across someone like that in your organization? Anything the leader does, they criticize, but they will never give a solution. Very independent-minded, very critical, but never solution-oriented. In other words, they are festering woods in an organization. And if you have these kind of followers, unless you know how to manage them, you're going to have a rough time, my friend. In other words, these are the followers who will always criticize, but they will never offer you any constructive support. Alienated followers. And then we have the fifth type of followers, the effective followers. Very few leaders want effective followers. You know why? Because effective followers are very independent. They are very critical, just as the alienated followers. The only difference is they offer solutions. They solve problems. They are problem solvers. They will criticize you, but offer you a solution. They are independent-minded. Huh? Effective followers. And I think I'm one of them. For those who are my supervisors, what do you think? Me, I believe I am an effective follower. I am independent-minded. I'll criticize work if it is not correct, but I'll offer you a solution. But you see, most of the leaders listening to me today want yes people and sheep. Whatever you tell them, they follow without questioning. If you have only yes and sheep followers, hear me and hear me good, you're likely to perform very badly. You're likely to take the organization nowhere. Encourage your followers to be effective, to be independent, to be critical, but to offer you solutions. Effective followers are rare, but they are the best. But unfortunately, very few leaders also like them. I finish by saying that he who cannot be a good follower cannot be a good leader. So if you are listening to me, support your supervisor. Support the people that are leading, because if you don't, you're not likely to be a good leader. Endeavor to be an effective follower. Be independent, criticize, but offer support. Are we together? So what do you think? Where do you lie in all this? Huh? Are you a survivor, a yes person, sheep, alienated, or are you an effective follower? Put a comment in the comment section and let us know what type of a follower you are. Allow me to congratulate Mother Koome for being nominated to the position of CJ. One of these days, I want to do a video on women leadership. What is the next time? Like this video, share this video, and subscribe. And ensure that your friend listens to this. Ensure this gets to your boss. Ensure this gets to your supervisor. Ensure this gets to your colleagues. Because if leadership has to be effective, the followers have to play their part. And that's why people say the kind of leaders you have is what you deserve, because followers have a place in leadership. God bless you, and make